Welcome to How I Found My Destiny, a weekly show on ALRA TV where we have guests come on and share their very unique and special journeys to their destiny. We're very pleased this week to welcome to our ALRA TV studios Atif Gohar, and he's going to share a bit of his life story and most certainly this wonderful journey that brought him to his destiny. So welcome, Atif.
Thank you.
And how are you this evening?
Good. How are
Good.
you?
Oh, that's good. A little bit about your beginnings,
Yeah.
your origins.
Well, my name is Atif Gohar,
Uh-huh.
and I'm born in Pakistan. And then I moved to America in 1999. I lived there for like 10 years.
Right.
Then I moved here.
Uh-huh. So you came to America
1999.
99. Okay, so a little bit about Pakistan and your family.
Yeah. I lived with the family in Pakistan
Mm-hmm.
until 1999, like I said,
Uh-huh.
and moved to in America. I have a brothers and sister, and we have a quite big family. We live together
Right. Where did you live in America?
in city of Punjab, Toba Singh is called.
Right.
City Toba Singh.
Mm-hmm.
I lived there until I was 17.
Right.
Yeah.
So what about your religious background and did you ever think about spirituality before, or was it just a straight going to the mosque and?
Well, I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know much about that, but my father wants us to go to mosque and prayer 5 times a day.
Right.
And I was very young. Sometimes I go there and sometimes not, but mostly busy in the school. Go to school and come back and play cricket.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
Right.
And in 1996, Sarkar Gaur Shahi came to our city.
Right.
And
which city was that?
Toba Singh.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends told me there's someone's coming who gives zikr, and your heart will say Allah, 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 and let's go there. And I didn't know that, but I just want to go out.
Right.
So me and my brother, we went there to meet Sarkar. There was a lot of people.
So 96, you were pretty young.
Yeah,
then.
pretty young. I think I was 14 or 15.
14, 15, yeah.
I didn't know much about anything.
And Samir
religion
was,
and yeah.
It was roughly about the same age as you. Your brother.
He was, I think he was 19 or
Right.
18 or 19.
18, 19.
And we went there, and Sarkar was sitting there, and I didn't know what happened. I was just sitting there, nothing. I didn't heard anything what Sarkar said. Didn't understand a word Sarkar said. And finally, when and Sarkar was giving me a zikr, and we were front of Sarkar going through, and Sarkar was looking away, and giving zikr like this as usual style. And when me and Samir went to Sarkar, and Sarkar turned around and looked at us.
Wow.
And that I felt something in my heart, but I didn't notice much. And then we started going to regular zikr mahfil at evening time.
Right.
In Toba Singh. And in the start, my parents didn't say anything. They were okay. Then after that, we started having a problem. Because my mother's side, most relative was Wahhabis. And on my dad's side, they do believe on Sufism. But my mother's side, they are extreme Wahhabism.
Right.
And when they heard about Sarkar, they didn't like it at all.
Mm.
So they start telling my mother, this is the wrong way. They're very young, and they shouldn't do that. They should go to mosque read Quran. That's pretty much it.
Yes.
And then we started to have a problem. And all my relatives, my mother's side, they come and tell us the same story. This is wrong. That's not right. You picked the wrong way. You're gonna go to in Jahannam and hellfire and stuff like that.
Yes.
Usual. We didn't stop. Kept going. I don't know. I want to stop, but I don't want to stop. I was going. I don't know why.
And you were regularly doing the
zikr.
zikr.
Yeah.
Wow. And how did you feel?
At that time, I didn't feel anything. I mean, I just going there. I don't know why.
Yeah, you just
I don't feel. Yeah.
magnetism to just keep going.
Just keep going.
Right.
And then in 1998, the first time I went to Kotri, where Sarkar, we went there to meet Sarkar. And Sarkar was sitting, and I went there with my friends. And Sarkar asked, "Why have you come?" And I couldn't speak. I told Sarkar, I said, "Sarkar, I want your love."
Wow.
And Sarkar said, Sarkar, turn around. There was a guard right behind Sarkar. Sarkar told them, lock them in a room, and I will tell them what love is. And then Sarkar started laughing. And when I came back home, my dad in America, he moved in America. But my mother got very angry because my parents, my mother's side relatives keep telling them this is not the right way. So one day, my mom, she tied up my legs and hands, and she tied me with a rope, with a tree. We had a tree in our home.
Right.
You know, in Pakistan, there's a different home. They can have a tree inside the home. So she tied me my legs and hands, and she put red chili powder in my eyes and in my mouth and nose, and she started beating me up. And the temperature was, I think, about 35, 36, 37 in hot weather. And I was laying there and crying, and she keep hitting me. You need to stop going there. You need to stop believing Sarkar. And I kept telling her, that's not going to happen. You can kill me, but that's not going to happen. I don't know why I was doing that, but it's something from inside my heart. I said, I'm not going to stop. So she had me there for like 4, 5, 6 hours. After a while, I just stopped crying. I said, keep hitting me. But the chili powder she put in my eyes and my mouth, in my nose, that was hurt a lot. And I was thinking, while I was laying down, I was thinking, is this my mother? Is this my real mother? People telling her about Sarkar, that this is not the right way. What I'm doing wrong? I'm doing only zikr.
Yes, yeah.
I'm doing only Allahu, and this is why she's doing that. Is this my real mother? Anyway, then my dad came back from America, and there was a Maulvi, Wahhabi Maulvi. He found out somehow, come to my home, and he told my dad. He told a lot of negative stuff about Sarkar to my dad. And that day, my dad beats me up a lot, and he beat me up. He said, you have only one choice. You can live here or you can leave. We said, we don't want to stay here. We want to leave. So we left home in 1999. I think it's starting like 1999
so
in January.
This is in America now?
No, in Pakistan.
Oh, this is in Pakistan.
Still in Pakistan.
Right, okay.
And
yes.
So he said, you can leave. He beat us up a lot, and then we left. We went to some our followers' home. We stay overnight, and then my dad said, this is not right. My relatives gonna hurt. He kicked out his sons from home. So he came back. He said, only one condition you can come back. You have to quit Gohar Shahi. So we told them that's not going to happen. You can kill us, but we're not going to leave Gohar Shahi. So this stuff keep going on and on, stuff like that. But we never stopped believing Sarkar. And then my dad went back in America. After that, we have he applied for us visa for America. There was a lot of issues going on.
Right, so he was there and he applied for you, your brother and sister.
Yeah, everyone.
And to get a visa, which
Visa,
is
yeah.
not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah.
Not easy at all, but to
Yeah.
get a visa to join him and stay in
Yeah.
America, right?
So we have to go, we have to travel in Islamabad to get a visa. And my uncle, he lived in Rawalpindi, and it's not from far away from Gujar Khan, which is I think 30-40 mile maybe. And Sarkar was there, and we have to visit embassy every other week. They ask a lot of questions and then they send us back, but we don't understand why they're not giving us a visa. So we thought, why Sarkar is here, we should go there and meet Sarkar. So we start going to meet Sarkar every week when we go there.
Right.
And one day Sarkar noticed it. Sarkar said, "You two come forward."
Wow.
So we sat right next to Sarkar, and Sarkar said, "Why have you come here? I saw you both, you're very young and you keep coming. Where are you coming from?"
Wow.
So we told Sarkar we are from Toba Tek Singh, and we're getting a visa for America. There's a lot of issue. They're not giving us a visa. And I didn't finish my sentence. Sarkar said, "Are you going to America?" I said, "Yes, Sarkar." Sarkar said, "I'm going to America too. We're going to meet there." And
wow.
and
the fact of meet in America, I mean, you have to realize that America is probably 10, maybe more than 10 times
yeah,
the size of Pakistan.
yeah.
And His Divine Elements is saying to you, "Are you
will
going
meet-
to America? I'll
going
meet you
to,
in
yeah.
America. I'm going to."
Yeah.
And you probably thought, okay,
Okay, yeah, that's
it
what
was
I
very
thought.
pleasing to your ear, but you thought, this
Yeah,
is not
yeah.
a possibility.
Yeah. And then second day we went to embassy and they said, "Your visa is ready. You can collect your visa at evening." We was like, "What?
Wow.
Day before yesterday, you guys saying there's a lot of problem. You're not gonna get a visa."
Yes.
But we were surprised. But Sarkar already said it, so I think that's why it happened.
And then overnight you...
Yeah,
you told this
overnight
news.
we got a visa. In October 1999, we went to America,
Right.
and we forgot about everything what Sarkar said. And
So
then
that was Michigan and...
yeah, Michigan.
Michigan.
We went. We moved in Michigan. My dad was there, and then Sarkar. I don't know when. I think 2001 Sarkar came to America, and I tried to contact a lot of people. I couldn't hold of it, and then I think I called Naimbai, Sayyid Naim Shah.
Name Shah.
Sarkar was staying at their home
And that, where was that?
in Virginia,
Virginia.
in 2001.
Right, so quite a distance from...
Yeah, it's about
Michigan.
800 miles,
800
500 to 600 miles.
Right.
So we get permission to from my father. Can we go there? He was saying no, and he said, "Okay, promise me, when you come back, you're gonna pray 5 times a day. You're gonna go to mosque regularly. You're gonna read Quran." I was like, "Yes, we will do it." And
But he agreed for you?
yeah, he agreed.
Mhm.
Yes.
So what were you doing in Michigan? Were you in university or you
I started in high school
in high school?
because I was 17 when we moved there.
Right.
They didn't put me right in the beginning high school. They said, at your age, you have to go for 1 year, only high school.
Okay.
So I was in high school. And in 2001, I contacted with Naimbai. And I asked him, we want to meet Sarkar. And he asked Sarkar, and Sarkar said, yeah, sure, tell them to come. So we flew there. And that was first time one-to-one, like nobody else, just
Wow.
Sarkar. I can't describe the feeling, the moment. What was it? Then when we met Sarkar was reading newspaper and Sarkar says, we're leaving tomorrow. I'm going back in New York. So
Back to...
and Sarkar was in Virginia and
Yes.
she's going, Sarkar going back to New York.
Oh, New York, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Sarkar said, if you want to stay, you can stay. But if you want to go back, you can go back. Okay, Sarkar. And the second day, Sarkar said, Sarkar told Naimbai that give them a newspaper and they can clean my car so they can have some, they can do something for me.
Right.
And we were surprised. Sarkar said that.
Yes.
We got the newspaper. We start cleaning Sarkar's car and stuff like that.
Wow.
And Sarkar left that day, and I was in the parking lot. We were standing in the parking lot, and Sarkar put their window down, and Sarkar says, I will call you at my home, and you will come.
Wow.
And we didn't understand that part. We thought maybe Sarkar saying the coterie, we will go there.
Yes, yeah.
And Sarkar said 3 times, I will call you,
I will call you
and you will come to my home.
and come to my home.
And Sarkar said, you will come. And Sarkar left. And those eyes, I
Ooh.
can't forget. Sarkar driving away and looking at us like
He was
that.
looking you
Yeah.
in the eyes, and my gosh, wonderful.
And then whatever happened after that, and we were lost. There was no contact with anybody, and nothing going on. So my life going on. I go to start going to school. I finished my school and then start going to college.
Right.
And while I was in college, somebody introduced me in tennis. So I started playing tennis. I had a
Right.
good coach, and I become good player.
Yes.
So I started playing from the state
Wow.
at tennis.
And that's helped you with your cricket
Yeah,
as well.
cricket.
As well. Must add to this that
Yeah.
Atif is a wonderful batsman
Yeah.
and playing for our YRG Eagles. And we've won tournaments.
Oh,
We
yes.
as a group, we play.
Yeah.
We love our cricket. So this, but you're also a very good tennis player.
Yeah, I was very good in the
Right.
tennis. And then I started working at the store
Right. Yeah.
called Meyer. It's like a Tesco,
Mm-hmm.
a superstore. After a few years, I became a manager there. I was a manager, making good money. So life was really good.
Yes.
Playing tennis, going to college, making good money, living with the family. We have our own home and everything. Life was perfect. We have cars and everything. And in 2004, I went to a website, goharshahi.com, and I saw Sarkar's Sayyidi Yunus Al Gohar notes on there and videos. And it felt really good. And what they're talking about is right, about Sarkar. It felt really good.
Yes.
And we started watching it. And then we called Pakistan, our followers from Anjuman Sarfash Islam. They said, no, don't follow them. They are not on the right way. Sarkar said about them, this is not right, don't follow them. But we kept
So this is
watching.
there was
Yeah.
a confusion. They were trying to put
Yeah.
you off, but in your heart,
Yeah,
you felt no. This is right. I mean,
This is
talking about love, talking
Yeah.
about
everything.
so beautifully talking about His Divine Eminence. So this can't be wrong,
Can't be wrong.
right?
And then name
Well,
by
you'd never met.
never met them.
You hadn't met Sufi Master Yunus Al
yeah,
Gohar, but you just
never met them, never seen them, never
Right.
talked to them,
Mhm.
never heard about them.
Yeah.
And the name Shah, they visit us on 2004 in August, and they tell us about that Sayyidi Yunus Al Gohar and about mission and everything. And when we heard it, we felt really good. It's really right. And the good thing, Sayyidi Yunus Al Gohar visit in March 2005 in America. So
2005, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
so they said, come and meet me there.
Wow.
So
In Virginia,
in Virginia.
right?
So
So this-
Smear was already there.
The
in
same
Virginia.
state where you'd the last
Met
met.
His Holiness Gohar Shahi, yeah. So I said, okay, I'll go there. I took a time off from my work, and I went there. I drove for like 8, 9, 10 hours to meet Sayyidi. And
Yes.
in the morning, I went to Naim's house, where was Sayyidi staying.
Mhm.
So I was getting out of my car, and Sayyidi was driving off from the home. And when I saw them, I felt that same 2001 when Sarkar left with those eyes, I saw same eyes
Wow.
looking at me. I can't describe in the words what happened to my heart. But
Yes.
I saw the face. It looks exactly like Sarkar,
Mm.
and I felt the same thing that I felt in 2001 when Sarkar was leaving, and it was like somebody put like cold water, like ice on my heart.
Yeah.
I felt really, really good.
And this is what we call this was the watershed moment when
Yeah.
you really felt you'd come home.
Yeah.
You felt so
And
and probably the last few years just washed away. It
Oh,
was as
yes.
if time stood still.
Yeah, it just washed away. Like 4 or 5 years, it washed away.
Wow.
And I started crying. And Master Yunus kept talking to me, and I can't speak back. I couldn't say anything. And I was shaking, scared, and everything. They tried to talk to me, and when we went to the restaurant together, and they were eating, and they said, "Why are you sitting away? Come sit here, right next to me." I sat there right next to them and said, "Start eating." I was confused. Start eating. There's no food, and they were just sitting. They said, "No, on my plate." And I was like, "What? I'm gonna eat in your plate?" So I felt, I don't know. I started eating and I started crying. I couldn't stop crying. And then next day, Sayyidi said, "What about if I get you married?" I want to say no. No, I don't want to marry, but I couldn't say it.
Yes.
And they said, "Are you ready? Should I marry you?" I was like, they said, "I'll marry you." I want to say no, I don't want to marry, but I couldn't say it. And then we get married in 2005, and when I get married, and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't ask you. You want to marry or no?" You didn't say yes or no. They said, "Okay, it's too late now anyway. You're married now." And that's 1 week I spent with them. That was like different world. I thought I got everything back. So happy.
Right.
Really, really happy. We went to Canada. We did mission there. And I was surprised the way people coming and say the explain to them. And it was wonderful tour. And when I went back home,
right, so you got
very happy. Michigan, and say I was crying. I said, "I don't want to go back, but I have to. I have no choice." And my parents didn't like it.
Right.
When I come back home, and because of traveling, I think I got sick. I catch a flu. I got sick, and they were really, really angry at me. Why I go there without telling them? I left without telling them. Anyway, I went inside my room. I was coughing. I was hungry. They didn't ask me for the water. My mother didn't come and ask me, "Do you need water or medicine?" They didn't ask for food. Then my brothers, my father who loved me, my mother she loved me, my brother and sister, they loved me. They didn't even come to my room and ask me how I'm doing. I was thinking, what kind of relationship is that? What kind of parents are that? Is this a family? But the other way, it kept coming in my mind, the love Master Yunus gave to me. I was like really, really happy. So that I have to spend like some days there. And Sayyidi Master Yunus still was in Virginia. So I thought, I'm going back. I took my car, I left everything, I drove off. And my parents said, "Okay, leave now. You can't stay here. So either you stay here or either you leave. You're not coming back." I told them that's happened 6 years ago in Pakistan. You said the same thing.
Same thing, yep.
They said, "This is America. Nobody is going to give you any job.
Right.
You're not going to find any job. Nobody gave you their daughter. You're not going to get married." But they didn't know that I'm already married. They told me, "You're not going to get married." And they said, "You're going to have a hell of a life if you left here." I said, "Okay." I picked up Sarkar's picture I have at home. I left. When I went to Virginia, Sayyidi was there. I didn't tell anyone. When I reached there, it was 3 a.m. Sayyidi was watching a Sarkar's video. And when I opened the door, I went inside. Sayyidi jumped off the sofa and started run at me, and they hugged me.
Oh.
Like they know I was coming. I didn't tell anyone.
Didn't tell anybody.
And they hugged me, and I started crying. And I didn't say anything. They said, "Why are you worried? why you're saying, if your parents said they're dead for you, have no parents. Sarkar Gohar Shahi is your mother.
Wow.
Sarkar Gohar Shahi is your father. And I'm your father.
Wow.
They said that.
Yes.
I'm your father. Why you are crying? And that day, it changed everything.
Yes.
I thought my mother, my parents, I was sick. I was crying. I need help. I need medicine. I need water. They didn't give me at their home. I'm here, and they were waiting for me.
Yes.
I'm nothing, and they're here waiting for me. Start run at me and gave me a hug, and they said, "Don't worry about it. Sarkar Gohar Shahi is your father. Sarkar Gohar Shahi is your mother."
And those words are the truth.
It's truth.
It's not like a normal person's empty promises.
Yes.
That this is
these are true words, and it hit my heart.
Wow.
And then they said, sit next to me. So I was sitting and crying, thinking about these things, that what happened with me. In few days back, I had a perfect life.
Yes.
Everything. My parents was with me. I had a good job. I was making good money. I was in school. I played tennis. I had a perfect life. And now everything is gone. But then Saidi put my head on their lap and keep tapping on my head. Say, if you want to cry, cry. But whatever is gone, don't worry about it. Sarkar Gohar Shahi is everything for you. And you will not regret. And then I started coming to London, start visiting them. Since that day, Saidi, Master Yunus Al-Gohar, gave me a lot of love.
Yes.
He loved me more than he loved his sons. He always cared about me. He took care of me. He treated me like more than he treating his son. And I had a perfect life. If you are in America, and it changed everything. My parents says, you're not gonna have a relationship. Nobody gonna give their daughter to you. You're not gonna get married. You're gonna have a hell of life. You're not gonna have a job. And if I look at myself today,
yes,
I have a perfect job.
Right.
I'm a supervisor in a 5-star restaurant.
Yep.
I make good money. They can't even think about it. And I have a father as a Gohar Shahi, and a mother Gohar Shahi.
Yes.
And another father, Master Yunus Al-Gohar, who gives me everything.
So even if the door was closed, there were lots of windows open.
Lots of windows open.
And you've not missed out on anything or lost out on anything. Oh, you were just given back tenfold.
Yeah.
Wow, what a beautiful story. And obviously, when you were in America, you very much carried on holding that flag of MFI.
Yeah.
You regularly used to go on vast tours of USA when there weren't too many people there. Now we have a big community of followers there. But in those days, I remember.
Yeah, I remember when you came first time.
Yeah, the very first.
2007.
Yes.
With the Master Yunus Al-Gohar and a lot of other people, we start touring Canada and Toronto, and we start going. I think California. We visit all over America from 2007 to 2010. There was only, I think, us there that time.
Yeah.
Because Naim Bhai moved here and Mazhar Bhai, he also moved here. That was only my family there.
So that was in Leesburg, and you had the white chair.
Oh,
where
yes.
His Divine Eminence Gohar Shahi sat. That white chair was still
in
there, the corner in that house in Leesburg. And we used to go on vast tours in those days to New York and across to Canada's and things like that. But so now you're here, as you said, you're a supervisor of a restaurant.
Yeah.
And you're living a luxurious life and a very spiritual life.
Oh, yes.
With the mother and father of His Divine Eminence.
Everything's,
absolutely wonderful. And that's how you found your destiny.
Yes, that's how.
It's a beautiful story. Thank you. And before we go, I mean, it's a few hours early. I'd just like to give a little something and say a happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
To Atif Gohar, whose birthday is tomorrow, but it's only another 2 hours.
Thank you.
So
thank you very much.
Happy birthday to you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And sharing your very personal and special
message
to all of us and your journey. And wish you all the best in the in
Thank
the
you.
future. Thank you for joining us. Another wonderful, heart-rending story. I think most of us were in tears listening to that journey of ups and downs, but very much in the end where Atif found his destiny and found his home. And he's living a beautiful life. And join me again next week for another heartfelt How I Found My Destiny. Good evening.